up, you guys? This is Rob from Guy Plays, and today on the Snapshot, we have finally gotten around to it. Yes, I have gone and built my Rattleguts. Now, this is a bit of a point of contention, because many people in the comments were saying, oh my god, this was absolutely terrible. It's the worst of all of the kit guns. And when I looked at the stats, I was kind of like, yeah, I could see where they're coming from. And then I had people on the other end of the spectrum saying, wow, this thing absolutely melts. You gotta try this out yourself. And to be honest with you, I don't really take anybody's word on the internet for granted. There are a few people that I wholeheartedly trust when it comes down to these things, but you know who I trust the most? Myself. So I went ahead and built it. Now I have gone ahead and leveled it up, tossed a couple forma into it, so I have technically played around with it. I did test it out on a good old friend of ours, Mr. Billy, but I haven't played around with the build very much, so that's what you're gonna go ahead and see today. But before we jump into that, of course, we always have to touch on the naming convention. So for those of you guys who don't know, my Zaws were all based on Greek deities, and is it Greek? Greece deities? Grecian deities? Listen, somebody corrected me in the last one and I forgot. Now, these ones are actually all based on Celtic deities for our kit guns, and this one is Lavaratus or Laveritus, depending how you want to say it. Now, this wasn't the original name, but this does come up to the god whose name means he who is sufficient, because of the fact that I actually modeled this gun kind of after the axe stiletto, but in a single-handed version, and I was like, the stats aren't as good, but he's aight. Now, if I'm gonna be honest with you, the original name was actually gonna be Sicanus, and then I tried to put it in, but then it read that it was sack and anus, and it was like, you can't use bad words. But that one was actually going to be named the god whose name means the strong or the ugly. So I was like, well, you know, either the weapon's going to be strong or it's going to be ugly. We'll find out. But rip, can I get F's in chat? Yeah, this isn't Twitch. You can't get F's in chat. But if I could get F's in the comment section for Sicanus, let's go ahead and just jump into the simulacrum. All right, so as I had stated earlier, I went ahead and modeled the Lavaratus, or our Rattleguts, after the axe stilettos. And I really wanted something that kind of like filled the void, because I wanted to be able to go ahead and use the Lavaratus like with a glaive, because you know you can dual wield, and you know I love my throwing weapon, so I'm like, all right, you know, this isn't as good statistically as the axe stiletto, but we'll go ahead and run with it. I think the big difference that it did have is it actually had a bit more base damage. So as you can see right here, we're doing pretty good. We're plowing through this corrupted bombard in a little bit over clip. So it takes a full clip and then it takes a couple extra. So I wanted to go ahead and demonstrate that out to you guys. And do keep in mind that I am using a ribbon that provides extra critical chance and extra critical damage. So just letting you know we're playing fair here, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up our kit gun, our little Rattleguts over here. And let's go ahead and take a look at how this performs. Very, very similar build, except of course we don't have a ribbon on it. I just have auger packed in its place. So as you can see right now, this thing is actually doing pretty damn well, if not very similarly. By the way, I went ahead and maxed out my arcane, our pack seeker. So very, very happy with that. We got that all taken care of. But as you can see right there, and this I believe might even have, it just has a little bit more in the mag. It has 45, so it's actually performing pretty well. But one of the things that I do want to point out is, did you see that? The other one that we just had was actually unlucky because it took over a mag. This one we actually have 12 left in the mag. So keep in mind, the axe stiletto has 40 in a mag. This has 45. This particular setup that I have has 45 in a mag. But we're still able to consistently kill Billy in a mag or less. So part of me is like, okay. So this is more than, oh shit, I forgot to reload, god damn it. Okay, so we should be able to take him out a little bit quicker. So as you can see, we have still 20 left in the mag. So this is definitely sufficient, if not slightly better. I'm kind of very, very impressed And I'm gonna be honest with you. I know that like I'm really kind of like suspect because of the fact that this is a projectile-based weapon, and I don't really like projectile-based weapons as much as I like full auto weapons, but I actually really like the feel of this. It does have a little bit, so if you look at this, if I just hold it down, it does have a bit of a kick up. You see that? And you can kind of go back down. It does have a little bit of a kick up, which I'm not necessarily the fondest of, but I have to admit, I kind of really like it. And look at how much ammo it is keeping in there. It's 700 ammo. That is pretty fucking sickening. I'm really, really liking that. So we'll go ahead and take a look at how this thing builds out in a second. The only thing that I will say about the axe stiletto is that the axe stiletto has better, what you call this, slightly better status chance, slightly better critical damage. It's got a little bit of a faster fire rate, but this one does have better base damage. So lots of great things in there. Very, very happy with that. And this is the way that I've got it set up. So I've got Rattleguts, Swift Fire, and Love Tap. So it skews it slightly more towards status chance. So as you can see right here, we have 15% critical chance, 1.9 critical damage. The fire rate is pretty good at 5.17. And the thing is, I like the fire rate because it's fast enough so that I'm not over firing. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I find that sometimes with a really, really fast fire rate weapon, you tend to fire so many bullets at once. Yes, that's the puppy in the background. He's going crazy. You tend to fire so many rounds at once that you almost waste some bullets because, you know, you connect, as your bullets are connecting, then all of a sudden dead body, and then there's the reaction time to, oh, it's dead. So you do waste some bullets on that because of the fact that the fire rate is not necessarily the fastest here. I actually like that because I feel like I'm wasting less bullets. We have a status chance of 26. Now, of course, as opposed to the axe stiletto, it's got a faster fire rate, it's got a 2x critical multiplier, and the status chance is actually 30. But the base damage is pretty high on this. It's about like 50 something. There's like, it's in the 50-ish range. And the axe stiletto is like in the 30th-ish range. Regardless, you see how it performs. So let's go ahead and jump into the build real quick. And then we'll play around with a couple different builds. So as you can see, basically the same thing that we are running on the axe stiletto, right? Except this one has Pack Seeker on it too. So, and notice too, the Riven disposition is actually higher on this. The axe stiletto only has 1 pip. This one has 3 pips. So I'm feeling like this is very comparable to the axe stiletto, if not slightly better. Then you go ahead and toss a Riven on it and boom, you gonna get something juicy. I might have to change the name from like, you know, whatever it's called, La Veritas, he who is sufficient, into something that's a little bit, maybe he who is juicy. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. But one of the things that I did want to go ahead and try with this is a little bit of hydraulic crosshairs in the place of auger pack. Let's see how that works. The critical damage on this isn't insanely better, but listen, you know, if you don't try, you never know, right? So might as well give it a shot. Let's see how this feels. If this feels better, it doesn't feel better. It doesn't, no. I'm gonna say auger pack is going to be the winner of this. Let's give it one more shot just to see exactly how it pans out. But let's see how this goes because I'm very, very curious. You know, we got to test it more than once or twice. That was bad on my part because he got knocked around because of the status procs. It feels like consistently not getting to the 1 clip mark. It feels like it's still a little bit under, and you can't blame it because its critical damage isn't very, very high. One more time for posterity, then we'll go ahead and swap back into auger pack, then we'll give it a shot with viral, because I'm sure that there are definitely some people out there who are curious to see if it works with viral. I mean, it's right there, but I feel like auger pack is slightly edging it out. Now, maybe if you came up with a more balanced build and you got that 2.0 critical chance and yada, 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 then that might be a little bit better. But me personally, I'm really liking this the way that it is. Let's go ahead and swap this out for a little bit of frostbite action and see if that's any better. Regardless, I'm very, very excited. I'm happy with this, how this turned out, because I actually like the way that this fires. Like, I thought that this was going to be my least liked by far. However, I am kind of feeling right now, okay, Viral wasn't so, I'm shocked. Viral actually wasn't so bad. It feels like it kind of matched up with the corrosive. I might feel a little bit more comfortable with the corrosive, but you know, this is good too. This is good too. We got to test it a couple more times just to make sure, just to see if it's feeling right, because this does have a decent amount of slash in it. I mean, Viral's right there. Viral is right there. Maybe even if we could sway this. I mean, you know what? We're here. We're here. Let's sway it. Can I sway it? Do I have enough points? I don't think I have enough points. Oh, no. I don't have enough points to sway it. Where are you? It is MAME. It is 11. Blah, blah. Do I have like a 7-point? What's the other one that isn't MAME? That's slightly less than MAME? Because maybe we could put a MAME in this. Maybe we could try putting a MAME in it. What is it called? Jesus, slash. We'll just type in slash. Razor shot, and I've never leveled it up. Fantastic. So, what do we do? Nah, fuck it. Listen, if you guys want to test out MAME, let me know if you end up liking it. Let's go ahead and put Auger Pact back in. I think I'm good when it comes to the Jolt. Very, very happy with that. I like the corrosive just a slight bit better. One of the things that I'm really excited to test out, though, is how this works out with Pact's charge. Now, I know Pact Seeker is really, really fun. The accuracy on this is 20, which isn't like, I won't say it's low, but you can get really sloppy with a full auto weapon. Let's just be real with that. So Pact's charge might actually be a better way, so that way you could conserve some of the ammo and kind of have a recharging ammo pool. I haven't gotten to take a look at it yet. If anybody knows, you can toss it down in the comments below, whether it works off of your current magazine, animals, or whether it actually works off of your full ammo pool. Toss that down in the comments below. Maybe I'll even go ahead and take a look at it on the wiki. Probably not. It's late. I gotta go wash my face. Regardless, that about does it for me for now. I have to say, I actually really, really freaking like this. I'm gonna say it right now. This is competing with the gay. Like, I like, this. Ooh, do I like it better than the Tomb Finger? Maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about this. Regardless, down in the comments below, let me know what are your favorites. Right now, Tomb Finger, this one, whatever this one is, the Rattleguts and the gays are right at the top for me. Catch Moon is like trailing behind. That, if I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm like, you can pass on that. This one shocked me. Anyway, leave all your feelings down in the comments below. Let me know which one is your current favorite now that you guys have gotten to play around with it. And let me know too if you guys know anything about Pact's charge, because listen, what's gonna happen is after this, I'm gonna take a shower, I'm gonna wash my face and watch the British Bake Off, and then I'm gonna let this upload and all that kind of stuff. You'll probably get to the wiki before I do, so just toss it there. Regardless, that about does it for me for now. And don't worry, we will be doing Fashion Frame on the latest Heterogen fairly soon. But as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch your body. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.